This is weird to me. I don't understand Silo. Why does Silo talk like this?
Solo, could you just stop?
You gotta listen.
I'm trying to figure this out, and you're playing music.
How do you think I'm playing the music?
I don't care.
I'm trying to show you something. Will you just come over here, please, just one time, and I won't mention it again, I promise.
Just play.
Okay. No, not my hands. Look at my feet.
Yep.
There's a bellows inside that pushes air through a valve. You can use this to push air down a tube.
So what was wrong with that?
It's weird that he does this frustrated. I don't have the words to say what I'm trying to say, but I just want your attention because I don't know how to say it. And then he sits down, he plays a little, and then he has the words. Like he gave a good technical description of exactly what he was thinking. But then why did he have this weird outburst before that? Just to say the thing that he has the words for.
Okay, so hold on. So this is the outburst.
To show you something, will you just come over here, please, just one time, and I won't mention it again, I promise.
Just play.
Okay.
Weird, right?
That is weird, right? That is weird.
Like he doesn't know how to express himself and he's overloaded, so then he closes his eyes and gets the words out. But at the same time, he does have the words. Like he described the thing.
No, not my hands. Look at my feet.
Yep.
There's a bellows inside that pushes air through a valve. You can use this to push air down a tube.
Clean,
So
crisp description. My problem is the contrast. Like if he the whole time didn't know how to articulate himself, like fine. Or if he knows how to articulate himself, then articulate himself.
So you're saying like it's really, really annoying because what he wants to get across is this technical thing that would help Juliet, but doesn't know how to get Juliet to come over. And so he's like, just please, 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 please. He's like,
to get Juliet to come over, just say the technical thing that he knows that she's looking for.
Right. Like, hey, I had an idea. There's a bellows over here. And you could use
look at this thing. This thing does what you want.
Yeah. Instead, he's like playing this kind of obnoxious instrument while like begging for Juliet to come over.
Right. It's weird. I don't understand it.
It was so annoying too. But maybe, I mean, okay. So filling in some blanks here. The rebellion probably happened 40 years ago. And in a previous scene, he saw a friend's backpack. And it was like a kid's backpack, which means the rebellion probably happened when he was a child.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 10, maybe 11, maybe 12, something like that. So his social skills essentially stopped growing at 12 or whatever his age was. And so he's still quite childlike, but continued socially childlike, but he continued to learn technical things.
I see.
Maybe.
I see what you're saying. And that's also consistent with the previous scene, the scene where we talked about his backpack, where he sidesteps Juliet's question where like, wait a minute, this is a child's room. He's like, I didn't say it was this backpack. I guess it would make sense that he would have childlike behaviors because that's when he stopped getting corrected by the larger society into his adult personality. Like he hasn't had interaction with anyone since he's gone in the vault. So his social skills are childlike, although his technical skills have advanced, I guess.
I mean,
Maybe.
I could see it. Because he asks for her attention by like clanging on the keyboard. Not clanging, but like playing the instrument while she's trying to concentrate.
Yeah.
And then like begs her like a child. Instead of just talking adult to adult, he felt like he had to grab the attention of the adult like a child. But then
I see it.
He was able to explain the technical aspects because he is an adult.
And you know what? I see it even more now that you say it because instead of getting down on his hands and knees, like or squatting down and pointing like this is the mechanism that you need, these are other things. He does it. He interacts with the harmonium the way that he knows how to. He just plays the thing and he like hopes that the other person figures out what he's trying to do. That is childlike. I see it. Mm-hmm. And not like a childlike in a condescending way. That is, it's just they want to show you the thing, and so they do the thing, and then they don't know to highlight the thing that they're trying to highlight. They just do the thing and then hope you figure it. I see it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I guess Juliet is starting to put this together as well. Like, she may not understand why, but like maybe it's cabin fever, or maybe it's he's just kind of a weirdo. But
she's figuring out how to handle him.
How to handle him, yeah. And then what the instrument he was playing was what? Again,
Yeah.
I'd never seen this before.
So he says it. He says it's a harmonium. I
Okay.
thought it was like a pipe organ or piano organ. I looked it up. It's not that.
Okay.
So it's almost like you see these foot pedals on the bottom.
Yeah, like these foot pedals.
Yeah, these are bellows, just like when you have a bellows for pumping air into the fire, right? So you
Okay.
pump air into this thing, and then inside there's a bunch of different tubes of different diameters, different lengths, and there's a reed in them. So just like a clarinet or a saxophone, there's a reed that vibrates when you blow air through it. But I guess the way that the best description of this, it's a seated down accordion. So an accordion, you have like the keys, which selects which pipes the air goes through, and then you manually by your hand create the air pressure.
I see. So
Whereas-
this is manipulating what tube is open.
Yeah. So, or I guess which tube is getting airflow.
Yeah, and then this is the bellows, and you push the air through the tube that's open based on the finger you're pressing.
Yep.
And this is a giant version of it, essentially. These things.
Where you sit down. Yeah.
Okay. I did not like the sound of the instrument at all.
Yeah. It's very, what is it? 14th century? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like harpsichord time where it's like that plucking sound, and
Yeah,
that's
I didn't
unpleasant.
like it.
And then this one is a reed sound. It's very high pitched frequency.
Yeah, I just didn't like the sound.
Really didn't
Maybe it's if somebody was really skilled at it, I may be able to like, okay. But and I'd never heard of it before, so
I guess,
interesting.
yeah, I guess the weird thing is that when the silos were built, the normal pianos were available. Like, why'd you use this thing?
And our piano's
Somebody was like,
difficult to
Baroque
maintain.
period. I like this
Yeah.
thing. Like,
No, pianos are easy to maintain. We have
easier than
hundreds.
this thing.
Yeah, we have pianos that are hundreds of years old.
Right. I mean, so with pianos, you got to tighten the strings, and I guess rarely do you break a string. I guess if you over tighten it with the harmonium, I imagine that reed, which is like a thin piece of wood, like how are you going to replace that?
I mean, on woodwind instruments, whatever they're called, when you have, I guess
You
it's
break
not
reeds,
woodwind.
you just throw it away.
You
It costs
just
like
throw it away and
$3
you
or $4. Yeah.
have a big supply.
Yep.
So this was a poor choice of instrument for the founders. Sounds like ass, and it requires reeds.
Right.
Which-
Which because electrical guitars. What are we doing?
That's right.
Electrical
rocking
guitars.
out.
Who calls it that?
In the silo.
That's right.